Another myth. Take the club back in a straight line. Here's the ball. It's going to go straight down the mat. And I've heard thousands and thousands of times, read it in golf books, golf magazines, go back in a straight line. That's a straight line. That's a straight line. You have never seen one good golfer ever do that. It's impossible. Straight line can't work. From this camera angle, straight line is there, and no one ever goes back like that. Absolutely no one. Also, if you try and go back in a straight line, which you could do actually, by moving your hips sideways, then the club goes back in a straight line. Great. Straight line. Rotten swing, used to swing, won't work, but it's gone back in a straight line. The club does not go back in a straight line because your body is turning. Your chest is turning, your hips are turning, and your arms are attached to your chest, don't forget. So therefore, your club head is on the end of the shaft, on the end of your arms. So therefore, as your body turns and your arms move, the club comes back in a curve. Watch how quickly the ball appears. Can't see the ball? No, you can. Can't see the ball? No, you can. Because I'm turning my hips, turning my chest, so my arms have to come round, so therefore the club also has to come round in a curve. Carries on the same line. In the backswing we don't change the line. You start by turning and lifting your arms, and you continue on the same line to the top of the backswing. The club does not go back in a straight line. It will be almost impossible to hit good golf shots if you did that. So we go back to the computer screen, and I'm going to show you some brilliant golf swings, and we'll see if the club actually goes back in a straight line. And I think you'll know the answer by now. So we'll look at the swing of Retief Goosen. Brilliant golf swing, brilliant golfer, won I think 2 US Opens. Very methodical. Methodical swings tend to work really well. On the screen you'll see a small white line in front of the club head, and if he was to go back in a straight line, the club head would track back along the line. If, however, he turns round, the club head's going to move away from that line. Let's see what happens. Yep, straight away. You can see the ball now. Club head's gone at least 3 inches away from that line because the body is turning and the arms are turning, and everything is going to go back in a nice little curve. Great swing. I'll watch that again in a second, and I'll just draw another line. This line is going to be drawn when the club head is on the top of the screen. Round about there. If I drop a line down now from the club head down to the ground, the club head address was behind the ball, and the club head now has moved away from that line, away from the ball by probably 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 feet, maybe slightly more than 4 feet. So the club head's going to move 4 feet away from that line to the left of the line. There is no point whatsoever in taking it back in a straight line. It would be ludicrous. The golf club comes round, comes back in a curve, still coming down in a curve, still to the left of the ball. Then he hits the ball, maybe staying square for 6 inches. Then sometimes it goes square for maybe up to 2 feet, sometimes even longer. So the only time the face is going in a straight line is after impact. Prior to impact it's always going around in a curve. Great swing. So the club does not go back in a straight line. Please don't try and go back in a straight line, because if you do, you simply will make a really poor backswing. Let's look at Tiger Woods again. And this particular shot is quite good because it's a low camera angle. The quality isn't very good, but it won't matter for what we're going to do. There's the line on the toe of the golf club, and another line is going to go on his hands. So I like to watch the hands first and see where they go compared to where the line is. He will turn his chest round, turn his hips round, and the hands have moved away from the line. Quite clearly, quite a long way actually. Yep, a long way away from the line. Now watch the club head. If the hands are moving away from that line, the club head has to move away from this line. And that's what's happened. There's the ball, suddenly visible. There's the club head moving away from the line. If we do the same test we did with Retief Goosen, his club head now has actually gone off the screen. It's over here somewhere, off the screen. If I draw that line down to the ground, the club head now, because this is a driver, it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 feet. So the club head is 6 feet to the left of where it started, so therefore it's gone back in a curve. How would you move the club head 6 feet behind you in a straight line? It would be ludicrous. So he doesn't do it. I can put that on again, then you can see body turns. Arms are moved away from the line by the body turn, so therefore the club head has to come back in a curve. Comes back in a curve to the top of the backswing, comes down in a curve after impact, maybe square, straight for 6 inches, 2 feet, then round in a curve again. Watch how the hands at address are to the left of the line, and then in order to get the club head tracking after the ball, he drives his arms forward, so his hands now are on the line, not in the same place as he was at impact. So no more straight lines please. Straight lines simply won't work, and there's 3 brilliant golfers not going back in a straight line. So I hope those 3 myths have been taken out of your mind now, and by getting rid of the myths, that allows you the freedom to create the good golf movements. So don't pull your arms down, move your hips left, turn round and let your arms come down with it. When you start down, your hips simply cannot just turn round, that would be disastrous. Sideways and turn round, and forget about the straight lines. Even on the putting green, forget about the straight lines. Turn, club comes away from the line. On the putting green, very similar. You're standing very close to the ball with a putter obviously, but the club will still come back in a slight curve. Watch Tiger Woods. Watch him carefully. The club does not go back in a straight line. So, turn, chest, hips turn, arms turn, keep on turning, then drive forward and the ball will go off nice and straight. So 3 myths. Try and forget about those myths altogether and make the good movements that you need to hit good golf shots from a good golf swing. I hope you've enjoyed this DVD. I've enjoyed making it, and thank you for watching and listening. Thank you.